Hey, long time no see. Little privacy, obviously. Anytime I throw a video up, I have a little bit of privacy to make a video. Currently watching The Wire, uh, complete first season, rented from my library, and yeah, I'm liking it. The last episode left on the disc. I'm about to watch today, hopefully, so I can bring it back today instead of just going tomorrow or whatever. But it doesn't matter to me. But what are the topic I want to discuss? And I keep hitting on it, but I don't really fully get it. I don't fully, you know, entail the details. Not entail the details. What's the word for it? I don't fully break down the topic the way I want to. But what just occurred to me is that probably why a lot of um baby boomers or grandparents are upset with the generation, our generation, generation Y or X or whichever. Um, they're frightened. Like they, you gotta understand. If people who don't understand baby boomers don't understand me, or just want to hear me out for a little bit, because hey, it's Crunchy 28. They have lived for 50, 60, 70, some even 80, 90 years, right? And some of them who are still crisp in those 90 and 80 and 70 years, they've seen a lot of shit. Now, they lived through, like, I don't want to say a revolution, but just going from like commercials about fridges to now commercials about fucking Geico and they make a funny little joke at the end. Like, they've seen a lot. So when they see us, Generation Y and X, fucking around, not doing shit, being lazy, they think to themselves, damn, Martin Luther King, or, I mean, I just know it's Martin Luther King, it's just obvious one. Easy one to throw out there. I mean, various other names and titles and companies and whatever that has brought the innovation this far, along with their generation, they see it as we're kind of shitting on that because we're not showing any homage. We just do what we do. Like we I'm not trying to throw us under the bus, but speaking from honesty, like we just really go out there and we just touch things like we made it. You know, it's not like it's getting me down or anything, but just to think about how, you know, we don't know what the fuck an iPod is. Like we haven't cracked one open. We've never cracked a printer or a computer. We don't understand the world around us the way I would say that the baby boomers and the older folks did. I mean, I know they didn't have the internet to really go through all these information, all this stuff, but they had each other. They had each other. They were more unified than we are today. Now, some may say, oh, well, I have Blog TV or I have Facebook or whatever I have. I stay in connection with my people. Well, is it really a connection? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I forgot the limit. I said this in my last video too. I think the limit for human beings, like memory of characters, people, is like 200 or something like that. I think it's 200 faces or 150 faces, something like that. You can look it up if you want. Help me out, help us out. But 200 faces. So for you to have fucking 600 Facebook friends and like 200,000 subscribers, like it's madness because we're not in true connection with each other as much as we think. There's no love. Now, I'm not saying we need to live in a lovey-dovey world. But just think about how it's a balance. It's a balance. It's a balance. Like the universe. The universe right now is so balanced that we're alive. Now, I don't know what theory you believe in. I don't know if you believe in the brain in the vat system, which means the Matrix, aka the Matrix, brain in the vat, or whatever you believe in. But just to think, whatever you believe in is holding this together every single second as you breathe. Just holding it together. We're not aware and appreciative of that. I mean, we're starting to, or have started before, and now it's up to this point where I'm even in the know of what's going on. Not fully, but just something's up. For older generation to see people 14, 13 taking these sideways pictures and shit and Instagram this and all. I mean, it's your life. I'm not harping on the life of that, but when you think about how our generation, Generation X, Generation Y, Millennials, whatever, how are we going to carry the torch to Generation Z or Omega, whatever the fuck you want to call it? I don't know. I don't know who makes these names up. But how are we going to carry the torch? Because when the grandparents go, Oh my God, Nana, oh my God, put her in the ground already. When mom and dad goes, oh, dad, man, you a trooper, man. This one's for you. Look, look, look. Now it's just us. I mean, if the Earth's around or if human civilization is around, no one can really know what's going to happen tomorrow. But there is, if nothing happens or if something still happens, there's still going to come a point where Generation Y is going to have to step up. And I think probably that's part of how the baby boomers and older folks look at our generation. Is just like, are they thinking of the future or are they thinking of the right now? And yeah, you probably don't have to think of the future. Yeah, you probably don't. Just think of the right now. But they've been through it. To be alive 70, 80, 90, 100 years, 110 years, 120 years. I mean, to live that long and see all those things and still be kicking, I think you have all right to judge this generation and think, and not judge us to the point like guilty, but, you know, assess us, assess my generation. I don't feel bad about that. But some do it in a disrespectful manner. And those that do it in a disrespectful manner are the ones who kind of, I think, had the bad end of the stick. Like, they almost didn't get through. Now, what I mean by that is that how they obtained their money, their wealth, their 401k, their social security, all that other shit, and stayed on jobs for 30, 40 years until retirement. Those jobs are kind of like janitor jobs. Not to say they're like a policeman or ambulance is a shit job or any, but it's just the way, like I said, combined the baby boomer generation with the generation X and Y, there's no form of respect and love. There isn't that peaceful, peachy, hey, how you doing today? What's going on? Oh yeah, thank you. It's kind of like, man, where's the bathroom? Hi, sir. Good evening. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Where's the bathroom? Like, indirect statement to everybody in the room, or just one person in the room, and you expect that person to just kind of like respond. I mean, it's kind of like this half-ass microwave, you know, immediate generation. Because I mean, I'm not trying to cast a you know, color, a stroke of paint over the whole thing, over the whole generation, but the ones that are, it's weird. It's kind of like this. I know everything is engineered to be a fight. You know, keep them fighting. Keep the baby boomers fighting the young, the black fighting the white. I know it's keep them fighting. I know, but it's just something I just want to point out that I think probably one of their point of views on how they look at Generation X and Y. I mean, if any of them are watching, they can. Every generation can comment. I mean, any generation can comment. It's just I just wanted to say that, but I think probably that holds some type of merit or some truth to it on how that, you know, we operate. You know, we just want, like, to be honest, and I think probably some other Generation X's or Y's or anybody in general can probably agree with this statement, is that we don't want to work. We just want money. If we live in to be honest, we don't want to work. We'll work doing what we love to do. You know what I'm trying to say? But if money falls out the sky every Saturday, hey, fucking money falls out the sky every Saturday. But that's the thing. Like, people want money. Or I can see more people. You know, I don't think about it. Just to chime in too. This fucking word is so misused. No, not even misused. It's overly used by so many people. Ooh, oh, you don't understand. I'm not even playing right now. That burns me to hear people go, the youth. The youth. The youth need this. The youth need that. I fucking hate that shit, because I'm sitting there like, well, have you talked to the youth? No, but we got a feedback sheet. That's not good enough. Stop fucking throwing that word around that we need to help the youth. The youth need jobs. No, we need money. We need money, because when you get a job, you're there, and it's like, now you're there. Now you're at this job where creativity is gone, imagination is stifled, rules are engaged, and everything. The employers are fucking whatever. I mean, some places to work at are cool. Not even going against that. It's just that, how long can we keep this bullshit I got a job thing going? I told my mom while he was making a smoothie. Yeah, I make smoothies with my mom, motherfucker. It's just that I looked at it and, like, they give us products to buy that's organic. Organic, right? And then, like, a week later in your fridge, they're fucking breaking down. Probably can turn my refrigerator down or whatever. But still, like, to give people products that are decomposing, that are stale, are fucked up, But who knows what they write on a product is the real expiration date. It's not even conspiracy. Just think about that. It could be something fucking. It could expire yesterday, but it says, oh, in 2 weeks it'll expire. Who knows? Because no one. We're not educated to check our food. We're not educated to do a lot of things, and that's another video. But I'm talking when I'm looking at like, why don't you just lower the prices for the food? Why? It's $5 this week. The next month, not next week. No, the next 2 weeks, it goes up 35 cents. Well, who's buying this much strawberries? Who's buying this much food? Because when you go there and the price is the standard price before sale, the shelves are like untouched, almost. But as soon as sale comes, probably half of it goes away or 1/3 goes away. Now, yeah, we all know it's a catch-22 system. I fucking know. I know that already. But it's just, you know. Stupid shit, man. I guess I just wanted to rant, rave a little bit. But the baby boomer topic, though, is something that came, you know, from the heart, not the head. Not the top of the head. It came from the heart. Yeah. Youth. We want money. We don't fucking want to work at crappy jobs where people treat other people like shit. Not to say the baby boomers, how much longer they worked at their jobs were shit, or the people older than them, their parents were shit. Not saying that. Not taking away from anything any progress they made. Substantial progress they made. I'm not saying that. It's just that America isn't what it used to be, or the world for that matter. So why would you expect the same methods to work? I doubt people in local towns get together and talk about fucking population growth, or myth, or whatever. I doubt they get together and talk about fucking. Oh man, it's like, I'm not saying this. Everybody's simpletons. It's just that the real people getting down to doing the math, doing the science, doing the hands work, the hands-on, saying fuck no to meetings and shit, and buying the utensils, creating everything they can. Those are the people who I have nothing against, that are out there legitimately creating things and creating a better world or something towards that. But people who just fucking hop on fucking YouTube or some shit, or hop on whatever, and you just, this is the only thing I'm gonna talk about on my channel. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. You're wasting precious kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes, and anything beyond that when you talk about the bullshit. It's this trend. I really try to stay out of trends. They're unhealthy. They are very unhealthy. You know, but going a little bit back to the baby boomers, people who made it through the cracks. When you speak to them about 9/11 or what else, just anything else that really stands out, they're gonna kind of like, yeah, but my point, yeah, but my point. They're not gonna really fall into it and go, okay, this guy's talking some serious shit. He wants to get into it. He wants to do some math, some science, some astrology, astronomy. He wants to go all over the place. I'm willing to. No. Those people, those baby boomers who went through the cracks, almost got through, they're content. But now they're saying, oh my God, when I was 23, this shit looked stupid. I hated this job. Now I'm 55 or 66 and whatever. I'm glad I did that. And then he looks over at Timmy, who's like fucking 18. He's like, man, this is kind of hard, man. I want to be creative and I want to live. And I mean, I want to do all these things. Man, can I get your support? No, you gotta work for it, like me. And you're like, wow, this isn't happening to me. I'm just saying as an example. They're not so because they're scared. They got through their life through this type of crack. Through the crack of my fingers. That's how they got through. That's how they're here today. So they look at it like, I ain't giving up nothing of what I have to help any little fucking hipster or whatever. I'm not doing none of that shit. What I'm gonna do is just live peachy clean. I'm looking at it like, yo, the world is going down. It's changing. What's $5,000 10 years ago ain't $5,000 right now. I know you're scared. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of these older folks, they're scared for themselves, their family, and their children. They should be. Oh, for them to be in that state is reasonable. So they're scared, man. I can see it. I can see it. As much as you gotta get a job, you gotta go to college. They don't know. They don't know what. That's why I think why people tell people, or young people, or older people tell young people to go get a job, go to college, go to the military, because they don't know what to fucking do. Those are like I said, those are the ones who got through the cracks. The ones who didn't really have to use that much brain power. They're like, well, if I can do this job for 25 years, 30 years, That's how they were using their brain back in the days. Well, these people are really dumb. They were the jocks from high school or the nerds from high school. They said, okay, I built this plan, this system in my head on how I'm going to live my life. It keeps working until something breaks. Keeps working. So when someone comes along and says, hey, man, a little guy from, who's born in the 90s, born in the 80s, saying, hey, you got to do that. I mean, if you do that, shut up! I've done it for 20. It's just like they don't do that. I mean, probably that happened to you. I don't know, but it's just that's their mentality. Their mentality has gotten them this far so much. They're like, yo, don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it, Generation X. Don't ruin it, Generation Y. Shut up. Because they know if that's the thing about it. If the government comes down on the baby boomers for Social Security or more money or whatever the fuck the case may be, protect yourself from young people, law, the new bill, protect yourself from young people, whatever it is, they're gonna have to pay. And it's crazy because it's looking at like, just imagine all the baby boomers that's retired, that's fully retired now, like the last baby boomer has retired. Boop. And then the government's like, man, national emergency. Me, Obama, we're taking half your money. Everybody, half. I mean, anything can go. So I think a lot of people are scared. And it's been quiet on my end, like, just been quiet. So, zoom out a little bit. Too close to my face. There you go. Get a little more space. So that's all I got. I know I haven't done a video up in a while, so figured I'll just do something while I have the privacy. So yes. I'm not trying to run it along. I'm just trying to really figure out what else I'm gonna do or say. Yeah. They don't want to ruin it. They've gotten this far. I mean, it's like this. This is the way I see it. The system is a piece of land. Now this goes for every other country too. System's a piece of land. Now, the farmer, the person who owns the land, can plant anything he wants to plant. Kind of like SimCity. You just build whatever the fuck you want to build. There are these seeds. That's always been on the earth, been on the land. They've been living off the land. The earth's been taking care of us, right? So the guy goes, all right, the earth's been taking care of you. We fuck up the area around you and help you to get to a new area. Place gets fucked up. The seeds are now scared. They're like, oh my god, Mother Earth's getting damaged. We need some way out. Guy comes along, fucking whistling and shit. I can help you. Alright, yeah. The seeds hop in his little seed pouch. Cause okay, we're gonna go to this land. We're gonna go to this special land. And he starts to drop the seeds on the land. Nuts, whatever. Starts planting trees and flowers. I see baby boomers or anybody that's really worked in America has been an American citizen, just for the sake of the example, that are trees. Now, first they start off, they're really young trees. They're young, they're enjoying the wind, the little pets that come around, the animals that come around them. They're like, yes, this is so good. I love being a little tree. And they go up, get to a certain point where it's like, all right. Then the landowner, the boss man comes around and says, hey, all right, all you little trees, you need to start producing some fucking fruit. You need some fruit, some veggies, we need all this shit. You better hurry up. And the plants look around like, what the fuck? Well, okay, we're grateful for you saving us from the disaster, 18 years ago. So what can we do for you now? I mean, we don't know what to do. And the guy goes, oh, well, all right, I'll send a guy to you. And then he walks away. The boss man walks away. What else happens? He walks away. Some other man comes back. Now it's actually the boss man. It's the boss man, the landowner. It's the boss man, but he's wearing some type of makeup or a mask on his face. So they look at it like, oh, some new guy. All right, whatever, fuck. So the trees go, okay, this boss man, they start explaining how the boss man told them to start producing fruit and trees. Now they don't know anything. He told them they don't know anything. Well, the guy goes, all right, I got an idea. We'll build this factory over here. We'll build a little place over there just in case you get sick. You got a place where you guys can eat, or, probably produce your own food or whatever. But yeah, just do little things. And go, okay, all right. Then times pass and they get good at their little job. Like, oh, I'm awesome, fucking awesome. And then, there's some, I'm so awesome. I'm gonna go hit on fucking Mrs. Tree. Hey, Mrs. Tree. Oh, come here. She's shaking the fruit's dropping off her trees and shit. So the boss man sees that and goes, wow, this this fruit's dropping off the Mrs. Tree. Okay. Then, Mr. and Mrs. Tree get freaky, start dropping all those little special, whatnots. And then, they start growing. The boss man's like, oh my god, they're growing? He starts scheming, right? Now the boss man comes back and says, oh, I'm so happy that you guys have marriage and a belief system and all these things. I'm grateful for you. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Boss Man. Thank you, sir. Well, we're producing way more fruit. Like, oh, no, slow down. No, jazz coming in here. Zip pass. 1,000 years later, the land is overpopulated. There's an abundance of everything. Yeah, but how you gonna maintain all that shit? So now the boss man, he's fucking old. He's still alive. He's old. He's just like, damn, so I just spoiled this shit. You know what? Tell his fucking staff, his cabinet. Just tell his cabinet, let's get out of here. Let's go. Can't go. We can't do anything no more. We need to leave. Time passes on. Mr. and Mrs. Fruit Tree. They're acting, they're wondering where the paycheck is. Paycheck ain't coming. There's something in the mail, 1st and 15th. They're like, what the fuck? With the tree trunk, nothing's coming through. And then, then the chaos ensues. Oak trees are fighting yew trees, and maples, all this crazy shit. And then there's nothing left. But guess what? Boss man comes back with his son. He starts to shit all over again. So I mean, you baby boomers out there, if you don't want to make a difference with what the fuck you've earned, by all means, don't make a difference with what the fuck you earned. You earned it. It's your money to burn. Because guess what? We don't live in a republic anymore. Ain't by the people, for the people. Use the people against the people. Fuck the motherfuckers. So, I mean, I got nothing against baby boomers or anybody with a lot of resources. Just that they're coming for you too. I mean, yeah, you made it through the crack. You hustled your ass off when you was young. But hey, you got gypped. You fell for it. The challenges for us, my generation, is to not fall for anything else again. Shit ain't cute. Fucking 16-year-old baby mamas and 15-year-old baby mamas and shit ain't cute. Buying Nikes and Jordans and shit. Corporations staying alive because they keep recycling the same methods. Shit ain't cute, man. Shit is harmful. Really, really harmful. Just because you got your money and you're safe, whatever you got and you're safe, you're comfy, you're content, doesn't mean everybody else is. And even if somebody followed the same methods you did to get what you get, it's a different paradigm now. I know I'm not trying to like a new age or whatever the case may be, but but the truth is, our hearts are going to generate the new life for us. Our hearts. Feelings, love. I mean, it's gooey. I know it's cringy to when you're talking about love, but I'm serious. It's a balance. You need a balance of fear and love. Right now, it is just complete fear. Complete. We all know that. So, how can you establish love? How can you establish great connections, positive connections with people, positive little things you do? Just start somewhere. How can we do that? I don't want to talk to a baby boomer who got nothing to talk to me. Like, oh, this is what I think about what they're doing in Washington. Yeah, what you gonna do about it? No, I just want to have a discussion about it because I don't fucking like that shit. Tip to any baby boomers or older people out there: if you don't got a fucking point with your fucking conversation to anybody 32 and younger, 35 and younger, don't fucking talk to them. Don't fucking talk to them. You got nothing to say. If it leads somewhere else, great. But the moment you catch yourself repeating this, but my point is, but you don't understand. Yeah, yeah, blah, blah, blah. You gotta catch yourself. I know it's probably hard because you're old, your body, your mind, you know, is deteriorating, whatnot. But please, fucking please, catch yourself. Because that's what our generation is trying to do for you guys. As much as you probably don't see it, we're trying to help you. We're trying to catch you because we're not in it to prove a point. Say, oh, this is a point. I don't give a fuck. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Are you gonna sit there and keep talking with your fat sacks of money? Oh, these rich bankers. Yeah, America is being poor, but when you think about all the other countries that have nothing, you don't even have fucking a sticky pad to write on. Nevertheless, a paperclip. You complain about fucking American Idol or service at Dunkin'. Who gives a fuck, man? Are you being fed? Are you drinking water? Are these? I mean, they may not be the cleanest food and water we have and air we have, but let's make the best out of it. Let's stop complaining and make the best out of it. I'm not 55. I'm not fucking 67. I can't sit back and complain to my wife. Hey, you know, these kids nowadays, the youth. What do you get out of that? What do you get out of these conversations that you talk to the people who are young? We're young, yeah, we're listening. You're old, you're supposed to have wisdom. You're talking to us about stupid shit, about fucking Bill O'Reilly or fucking Glenn. Who the fuck cares about these guys, man? What? I don't get it. I don't get the point. I really don't get the point right now. I really don't get the fucking point. You're not helping. You're discussing stuff that's being discussed. I get that. It's happening in the world, yeah. What are you doing about it? What are we doing about it? How are you gonna help us do something about it? We're on our own? How the fuck you tell somebody that shit, man? I mean, it's you hang from a cliff. You see a hipster or whatever, a young person you don't like, whatever classified category you want to put them in. You're hanging from a cliff with one hand. They're gonna walk to you and go, hey, you're on your own. That's why I said, I think I saw in my other video, your baby boomers had to become selfish so they can get where they're at now. And probably they don't want to admit it, or probably they didn't have to be selfish, but when you think about it, how are you giving back to your environment? How are you giving back to the earth or life itself? Or were you just taking away and consuming? Whether you knew it or not. It's crazy, man. It's like, I gotta talk to a few baby boomers if I get a chance. Talk to them and tell me their story. Because everybody and everything got a story. Believe that. So, I think I'm just gonna end it here. I had a box of Raisin Bran Crunch cereal from like the FEMA thing, and it was like purple and like Raisin Brans with granola clusters and honey. It was so fucking good, but I ate the last box like fucking a month ago. I was yamming that shit down. You know, I was like, yeah. Woo! I was like, this cereal is amazing. How does fucking cereal be amazing? I don't know, but it was amazing. I loved it. I loved it. If I could find some in my basement, that'd be great. Find some cereal. Some granola, Raisin Bran Crunch. It wasn't like store brand. It was like, you know, Costco brand. Like it was, you know, it wasn't like, you know, Kellogg's or nothing. But yeah, I mean that's all I got. That's all I got to tell you guys. I'll get off my chest. Probably gonna get some thumbs down for some baby boomers, people. I don't know. I don't know my age range who watch my videos. I don't fucking know. Close that up though, but I'll get to it. Whatever. Fuck it. So yeah, that's how I've been feeling. Like I said, not against, I got anything against baby boomers or whatever. I hate them or despise them, nothing like that. No. It's just that for them to muster up the strength to call our generation lazy or stupid. I mean, there's parts and bits of it. Yeah, we're fucking stupid. We buy a lot of dumb shit. Keep buying $200 pair of sneakers, and you know, you don't fucking, you know, make us jump higher. You know, I get that. I get that part of it. But there are youths out there, Generation X and Y, whatever you want to call it, millennials, that are actually out there doing something. They're trying at least to do something. How long have you been giving to churches? How long have you been donating your money to places where they tell you to donate, instead of you making your mind go, you know what, I want to see that kid succeed. I want to see them and this project go forth. I'm in it to win it. Nah, fuck them. Standing on the corner, stacking their pants. Fuck them. Can't be biased, man. It's we all got a lot to learn. It's just that I feel like a lot of older folks don't get reprimanded for the shit they said and done throughout their lives. Not saying you need to fucking throw all of them in jail or whatever like that, but no, just morals and ethics have been going steadily down, and it's engineered to do that way. Yeah, we know the system, the Illuminati, whatever, they've been doing their thing, whatever they've been doing. So if we know they're doing their thing now we can do something about it. Why not act now? Why not act now? Why wait? Why wait so they can, then what? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a few YouTubers I watch, and there's times where I think to myself, how did their face expression look if the shit hit the fan? Like, I want to see a lot of YouTubers who talk their shit or whatever the case may be. I mean, me personally, like I said, I got nothing against them. Just to get a laugh out of it. I'm not sick like that, but it's just humorous to me. 55. Get a laugh out of it. Get a better understanding, an unbiased view. Because I want to know. I feel like a lot of emotions aren't displayed anymore. Like touching, it's not an emotion. It's an act. Touching, not caressing, not molesting, but touching. Like, see, you want to notice? They have a loophole to a lot of shit. Joe Talk mentioned how gun control, Obama's not going to go directly through the front door. He's going to do gun control. He's going to do gunpowder. Gunpowder. Makes sense. See, and it's what they do a lot of things. They do a lot of backdoor shit. I don't know if it's politics or just in general. They do a lot of backdoor shit, such as touching a child, beating a child, all these things. I mean, it can lead to a lot of bad things, but what they do, if you fucking pay attention, what they do is they sever connections. They are making us more autonomous than ever. You can't touch a kid. You can't smile at a kid. You can't do all these things that human beings naturally do. Think about that for a second. You can't do things human beings naturally do. Instead, they show us the primal side of us, which is, it's fair. You show the primal side of us, but they don't show the spiritual side of human beings. Skin, more skin, ass, titties, meat, cigarettes, drink, cars, like it's very fast paced. Now, I went to Canada one time, 4 or 5 years ago possibly. Went to Canada, right? And everything was slow. And I was like I was a teenager at the time. I'm thinking, like, damn, everything was just slow, like traffic. There was no traffic. There was no bumper to bump. I mean, I'm not saying there should have been traffic, but just to point out the openness, the slow, the steady beat of the, I think it was Ontario, or I forgot what part of Canada I was in. Toronto, I don't know. But it was slow. It was just slow. And now I was like, oh, I didn't miss New York. I was just like that slowness kind of. The nights were quiet, no sirens, no yo, fuck that bitch, There was none of that. None of that. Come back to New York a week later, it just sinks back in. You know how like when you watch a movie and the person, or like one of the characters, is so fucking shocked or whatever, they don't hear anything besides a ringing, and then slowly it comes right back. The sound comes right back. They can hear again, something like that. And when you live in a fast-paced society, ruling out and cutting out natural things that human beings do is going to seem reasonable. I mean, when you do the math, it makes sense. But on a first-person level, to be you experiencing that shit, it's really wretched and weird and thick. Not all the time, but if you really just sit down. See, that's one of my powers I wish I had, but whatever. I'm not embarrassed, and I'm doing this on screen. Not embarrassed at all. So I mean, these baby boomers better wake up. It's all cooperating. It's not like it's not a threat. I'm just saying that. Think, why Why would you disassociate yourself from your own species when there's a chance, a clear chance, to turn things around, to learn, to share good? Just by sharing a hug with somebody, a hi, a hello, how are you doing, what's going on in your life, did you eat today? That can help somebody. Believe it or not, it can help somebody. And by you helping that person, helps another person, helps another person, helps a group of people. And now your good deed has reached fucking the bottom of Chile in South America. It's just ignorance I don't like. It's just ignorance. The knowledge and intention of ignorance and arrogance towards something that can free you and free others, which entitles and entices that you're a selfish person. When you're dead and you're dead. I'd rather prepare one of my children, if I had any. I don't know if I have any. Wink, wink. I'd rather prepare them with wisdom, knowledge, books. See, you ever notice when you go to like this youth meeting thing or anything, and you have like these raffles and tickets and giveaways? They're not giving away anything that means anything. They'll give you something like entertainment. Here is a Kindle. Kindles are cool. You can read on a Kindle. I mean, I'm not knocking Kindle, but why encourage more technology to an age and a generation of people where technology is binding us to bullshit? I don't have a phone. Could get a phone. If I get a phone, I gotta fill up with contacts. All the contacts I know, just to see how much contact I would have. So all the contacts I have, text all of them. I now have a phone. My phone, not like I'm a super busy person, like I'm a cocky guy. Hey yo, Rocky. I'm not cocky. I'm not saying that, but just to have a device where people can contact me constantly. On top of that, 800 numbers, private numbers, unlisted numbers, contact me. It'd be annoying. It'd be frustrating. I thought about this last night. Actually, not last night. 2 nights ago. We think about time more than we think about connecting with people. That's fucking sad. So fuck you. Fuck me too. Like I said, I think I told the story before. I told part of the story, whatever. Hurricane Sandy, lights went out 2 weeks tops, I think. 11 days, 14 days, whatever. Lights went out. Now I had my little iPod, little nano watch, like this one, this big, that big, right? Now we had charging stations in there, like 2 blocks from there. You could charge your phone, charge your device. And now that shit was packed every time I went there. Every time I went there. Big ass phone chargers, like the Sega Genesis block ass charger, all types of chargers, right? It was like, you might as well just put the damn charging, the USB, the little port. You might as well just plug that into their fucking veins, man. That's what I'm trying to say. Why are you giving a generation of technology people more? It's like crack. Stop giving us this crack. Yes, I can search anything I want. I can go on Facebook. I can watch as much porn as I want to watch. But that isn't helping me. And you know this. We know. Actually, sometimes we don't know this. But people older than us, they definitely know, like, this shit is not helping us at all. Lights went out. I read Halo Ghost of Onyx, I think. It's the, how can I put this? Where does it start? I think, you type it in Google, Halo Ghost of Onyx, or it's Halo, The Flood. I think it was The Flood. Yeah, it was based on the first Halo game, and I'm reading it in candlelight. Now, my mind is like, see, it's hard to dream with your eyes open. It's kind of hard. It's not hard to image, but you have to focus your eyes on one point and go, okay, that's the one point I want to focus on, and everything can kind of come in. But when you close your eyes and it's just pitch black and you see those little bitty particles, it's kind of like little speckles of paint that you can just combine and make an image. Now, my imagination at the time reading the book, it's kind of clear because I played the game, I've seen images, so I kind of have like a general overview of how it me looking at in that book, in the story. And I'm enjoying myself. I'm not even worrying about time. It wakes up. I wake up at 7 or 8. The sun's up. The sun wakes me up. I go to sleep. It's like 6, 7, 8. The moon puts me down. It's nighttime. I got no reason to be up. Is there anything else to do? Check the back door. I need alright, water coming in. Go my ass to sleep. So I wasn't worried about time like that. I just adjusted. The only thing I was worried about was sunrise, afternoon, sundown, moonrise, or whatever. Moonrise. Yeah, whatever, right? That's what I would worry about. That's what I would really worry about. But when you bring it back into the context of having a watch, having a clock on every single thing in your fucking house, even your dog's ass, just having clocks everywhere, instead of it just looking towards my window, guess what I see on the cable box? 5:13. Go in the kitchen. Go in the microwave. What do I see? 5:13. On the computer, the bottom right of my computer screen. What's it say? Oh, 5:14. To constantly know the time is fucking pointless. It's frivolous. Why? Why being an update of time? When you don't think of time, you just go, oh, okay, I have all day to do. Unless you plan something. I'll meet you at sundown, or I'll meet you at sunrise. But when it's just 5:13, all right, I got an appointment at 7:30. The bus takes. Every day you're doing this fucking math in your head about how to get somewhere based on time. 30 minutes on the bus, probably maybe traffic, green light, red light, accidents build up, someone going crazy on the bus, a fight on the bus, I don't know. Alright, 7:30 then, alright, we'll be 7:45, okay. Oh yeah, wait. The Walking Dead comes on at 9. Who I know that lives close, probably I can watch on my tablet, all this shit. About what? And through that, you've never thought, okay, do I have time to hug somebody? Do I have time to draw what comes to my mind? Do I have time to read at least 20 pages in my book? Do I have enough time to learn something that's really beneficial to life rather than marketing, fashion? Yeah, fuck that shit. I'd rather gotta wake up at 6. See what I'm trying to say? Like, you're always entangled in these fucking numbers and these time. And that probably is a reason for it. Yeah, probably is a reason for it. Probably is not a reason for it. I don't know. But just to give you that point of view that it's living in this world, baby boomers, it's not beneficial. It's not sufficient. Now, I'm probably one of those Generation X, Generation Y millennials whose imagination was very peak at a young age, just like many of you brethren, brothers and sisters watching this video. Is that when I was young, my imagination was like just here's that. Oh, shit. I'm gonna have to cut this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this. My imagination was peak, man. My imagination was peak, and then imagination is probably can get us to is an idea, a revolution of ideas. I think Bill Hicks said that. A revolution of ideas. That's the next revolution, not more money, more iPad, more all these things. You don't matter. I mean, we can put them to use. Not saying. I mean, they're just tools, just like a gun. A gun is a tool. Everything. All these things are tools. It depends on how we use them and what we use them for. I get that. So probably can use things differently for different things.